This Calla Lily is not thirsty, and it is not sitting in the wrong light. Look closely. The leaves are pale and yellowing, but they are still standing upright. A thirsty plant goes limp and wilted. This plant is not wilted, it is starving, and the fix for this is not sitting anywhere in your local garden center. It is hiding somewhere you have probably never thought to look. Now, yellowing leaves can come from a few different causes, but one of the most overlooked is a simple nutrient deficiency, and that is exactly what we are solving today. If you have already tried a regular liquid fertilizer on a plant like this and nothing changed, you are not doing anything wrong. Most store fertilizers are built to push out fast blooms. They do not feed the soil biology underneath. They treat the surface, not the actual cause. Have you ever checked your plant for a deficiency before blaming your watering schedule? Here is the part that surprises most gardeners. The actual fix for this is sold in the health and supplement aisle, not the gardening aisle. This is Spirulina. It is a blue-green algae sold as a human health supplement. It has nothing to do with gardening on the label, which is exactly why almost no one thinks to use it on a plant. Inside that capsule is something your soil is missing, and your plant's roots are about to thank you for it. This is not a miracle cure in a capsule. It is a natural boost that targets one specific, common deficiency, and that is exactly why it works as well as it does. But before you dump this into the pot, you need to understand exactly why it works, because using it the wrong way can waste the whole effort. Spirulina is dense in 3 things your Calla Lily is likely missing right now: iron, chlorophyll building blocks, and amino acids. Iron is what your plant needs to actually produce chlorophyll. Without enough iron, leaves turn pale and yellow, even though the plant looks structurally fine. This is called iron deficiency, and it is one of the most common reasons Calla Lilies look weak, even with good watering and good light. Amino acids are the building blocks your plant uses to grow new cells. A plant low on amino acids grows slowly, even if every other condition is correct. Here is the part most people miss. Soil microbes are what unlock these nutrients. When spirulina powder goes into the soil, the microbes living there begin to break it down over the following days. As they digest it, they release the iron and amino acids in a form the roots can actually absorb. This works best in soil that still has living microbial activity, not soil that is heavily compacted or completely dried out. Healthy potting soil already has what it needs for this to work. That is the exact dose. 1 capsule, nothing more. Using too much will not speed up the result. It can overload the soil microbes and stress the roots instead of helping them. This is organic and plant safe. Treat it like any concentrated nutrient. Keep it away from curious pets while you are applying it, just to be careful. Once the powder is in place, do not expect an overnight transformation. The microbes need time to work. Here is exactly how to do this on your own plant in under 1 minute. First, gently move back a small layer of soil at the base of the plant, close to the stem but not touching it directly. Twist open 1 spirulina capsule and tap the powder directly onto that spot. Cover it lightly with the soil you moved earlier. You are not burying it deep, just enough so it is not sitting exposed on the surface. Now, lightly water that spot. This is the step most people skip, and it is the one that actually activates the microbes. Without this, the powder just sits there and does very little. Here is the mistake to watch for. Some people either skip the water completely, or they pour so much that it washes the powder away before the microbes get a chance to use it. A light, even watering is all you need. That is the entire process. 1 capsule, 1 plant, under 1 minute. This same principle works on more than just Calla Lily. Pale pothos, struggling snake plants, and tired indoor ferns can benefit from the same boost using the same One-Capsule rule. Now here is what to actually expect, and when to expect it. By around day 7 to 10, look closely at the base of the older leaves. In most cases, You are looking for the very beginning of a color shift, a slightly deeper green starting to return. By around 2 to 3 weeks, depending on your soil and light conditions, you should see either new leaf growth starting or the existing leaves standing noticeably more upright and firm than they were on day 1. When this works the way it is supposed to, you are not just seeing a few new leaves. You are seeing a plant that finally has what it needed to feed itself properly. You spent money before on fertilizers that worked on the surface but ignored the soil underneath. This is different because it gives the microbes in your soil something they can actually break down and deliver to the roots. You are no longer guessing why your Calla Lily looked weak. You know the most likely deficiency, and you know a real, simple way to address it. Here is your task. Try this on your struggling Calla Lily today, using exactly 1 capsule, placed the way you just saw. Come back to this video in 2 weeks and tell me exactly how many new leaves you are seeing or how much that color has changed. If you want to see this same method applied to other struggling houseplants, that breakdown is coming next. Your Calla Lily is not broken. It was just missing the one thing it never had a chance to get